to take the world by storm. But what is holding us back? What is holding us back? We have difficulties in terms of our leadership.
There's some failure. There's some connectivity is an issue.
Yeah, right. I can see that Paul is trying to say something passionately.
Something.
But yeah,
leadership, because we don't have the right leadership to show us the path.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Paul. Sorry, you're sort of breaking up. Your connectivity is
sorry.
We can hear you now. You're
hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You're just freezing in and out. Yeah.
Poor network. I'm ground zero.
Okay. Good luck.
No, we can all agree with you. We can all agree with you.
So what I was saying is, Africa has the potential to achieve to its maximum, but we have been held back by one major factor, which is poor leadership. Because those who lead us don't show us the right path to follow based on their greed and dishonesty. As you said in the write-up that you shared, I think today or yesterday, about the intellectual and financial dishonesty of Africans, which is the kind of the basis of their downfall. There's a saying that Nigerians carry around now that follow who no road. It means show the person who has achieved should show you the path to follow to also achieve. We lack that in Africa. You have a brother who has made it successful in life. He has achieved a lot. He knows the path to follow. He knows the path to go, but he doesn't see why he should show a brother to follow that same path because of what? I don't know, it's egoism, it's jealousy, self-centeredness, whatever we want to call it. But if we have a platform like this where young Africans, talented Africans, exactly, a very self-centered mentality and very pessimistic at the same time, selfish, greedy, it's all about me, the I, the me, the mine. No, so if we have a platform like this where young entrepreneurs, young Africans who have the skill and the willingness to make that move, we have a platform like this, I think I much appreciate it so that we can give our best to make sure that we take this continent to another level. Right. If we are hearing about billionaires, Dangotes and the others, they don't have two heads. They have one head like mine. They have a brain like mine. It's just to make good use of it and have the right connections and the right platform. So, CV, I'm immensely grateful for this platform. I think from now we can shoot from my own perspective. After I give a floor to my brother, Mr. Nzoh, from then we can now shoot to pose our questions and our curiosities to how we can get the angel investors to help young Africans to grow while helping each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Wow, you guys have said nearly everything. Well, Sylvie, Tamanda, it's a very good opportunity. I mean, to reach platform. Through your service now, we are able to express ourselves, clarify our doubts, expose our ignorance, and above all, learn something and grow. And platforms like this is very necessary, especially for us entrepreneurs who are learning. I have a completely different approach when I look back home and I look at our continent. I'll first of all start with the issue of corruption. I think it's unfair for us to expect so much from our present leaders now. I don't condone or endorse what they are doing. I don't support it. I think they can do more, but I also think there is just too much. We are asking a little bit, we are expecting a little bit too much from them. The present leaders we have now just became independent 50 years ago. So imagine that you have been enslaved all through your life, generations upon generations. It was slavery, after that colonialism. And then just 50 years ago, you're able to have air to breathe. Obviously, the issue of greed will play in somehow. You know, if you have been hungry for so long, and then you're giving You come, you see food, you want to, as let me say, what we commonly have now in Africa, you want to rush it, permit me use, you want to rush the food. Yeah, we don't play a fair game by expecting too much from our leaders. First of all, we have chosen a democratic environment, a very democratic society, which means for every problem, all of us have a stake in that problem, and we should be problem solvers. You see, that's the first thing I want to really point out. Secondly, I want to also stress on the fact that we are expecting too much from these people. If you take note, they are myopic. They have not been given the facilities we have now. They never grew up with the kind of parents we have now. Our parents are even more ambitious than they were, than the parents they had. So we need to take all of that into context. Yet, it doesn't mean that we will not criticize what they are doing. You see, I mean, if you are going to public office to be in service to your community, to your people, to your country, the issue of sacrifice, it should be your principle. Should really understand what it takes to sacrifice. You see. And now, looking at Africa as the big thing, I've never seen Africa to be the next big thing. I've seen Africa to be the big thing. Throughout the chronology of mankind, even from the days of, and I'm sure that all of us here have a biblical background. The Bible has a good chunk of history we can always refer to and reflect on. You will notice that Israel, after he had his 12 children and one of them became a minister in Egypt, they came to Africa. Abraham, the father of all faith, he came to Africa when things were bad. So Africa is not the next big thing. Now, this is my humble opinion. Yeah, Africa is not the next big thing. Africa is the big thing. There is no place on earth where America has more military bases than in Africa. The Chinese are rising into power today, or they are a powerhouse. And where are they? In Africa. So it is not the next big thing. It's actually the big thing. And with platforms like yours, Sylvie, it's good because we get empowered. We listen. Well, the voiceless have voices, and even the blind can see. Yeah. So I would like us to make sure, you know, now when you're talking, millions of people are getting you, and certainly Africans. Yeah. So we should be very mindful of the words we use and how we use them. So I just want to draw your attention or stress the fact that I don't leave Africa to be the next big thing. I know it is the big thing.
Thank you very much.
And lastly, yeah, sorry. Lastly, looking back at our people, I see our people to have an entrepreneurial spirit. You will not believe it. In Africa, we say people are jobless. Wake up in the morning. First of all, if you're in the rural areas, you'll notice that by 4 a.m., everybody's is up and enterprising in one way. Maybe mama has to go to the farm. Maybe papa is coming back from hunting. But somebody somewhere has developed a small niche and is going about his propaganda, his marketing the way he wants to go about his marketing. Even when you go to the market, you see hawkers, be it with rice, with granite, with even bushmeat. They know how to go about their propaganda just to get the attention they need to get for them to market their products. So we are very enterprising people. We are very enterprising people. Very true. We are limited in so many ways by our policies. We have a lack of leadership. We have a lack of good management. But as I tell you, my dear Sylvie and my brother, you know me very well. We are actually childhood friends. You know how my spirit has always been about Africa. I think it is the big thing. We are still people who are sitting on a possibility, on a threshold of a very huge possibility. So I think Africa is a big thing.
Well, I obviously am envious of your optimism. It's fantastic to have the spirit of positivity. Um, right now, the way I look at Africa is I think right now we're at the stage, you know, in terms of the airplane, we're at the stage where the pilot is taking off and we have to reach the cruising altitude. That's how I see Africa right now, in the sense that everything that we do in Africa, or well, I think let me be fair on Anglophone Africa. Francophone Africa really is the problem. If you look at Rwanda, you look at Tanzania, you look at Ethiopia, they're doing pretty well. To be honest, let's give it to them. Francophone Africa, on the other hand, not so well. And I think that for me, there are a couple of things. I don't really want to talk about politics or look at what those guys are doing up there because I think that we each have to have a moral compass. We each have to take responsibility for what's going on in our country. Um, True, granted that when there's a problem in the house, you look at the leader. However, what are you as a member of that household doing to make it better? Do you steal from your employer?
Thank
Every
you.
100
Thank you
francs
so
that you
much.
take, every 100 francs that you take up from the look, Nzoh, if for me, I think that we are the young Africa, Francophone Africa, and Cameroon in particular, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. I guarantee you that there's so many people out there. The reputation that Africa has is that of corruption, and the reputation that Cameroon has is that of corruption plus A plus. And now, when people have this reputation, what are the chances of foreign direct investment? Very limited. No one wants to come and put their money where they have no visibility,
Very true.
have no clarity. No one wants to do that. And the only way we can do that is for you and me, and each one of us to change our story. One hand cannot tie a bundle. Today we are talking about angel investors. Who are angel investors? These are people looking to double their money. They're not out for a charity venture. This is not Bill Gates and Melinda Gates looking for who to give money to for free. These are people who have worked for their cash and they are ambitious and looking for people who have the ideas, people who have the willingness to go into entrepreneurship and who have a fantastic business plan with prospect of growth. And now when you come back home to Mama Africa and to Cameroon in particular, where people still, when in fact people cut mangoes, they pluck mangoes off the tree before they ripen. How do you expect the mango tree to go on producing for you? How? I mean, people create small businesses here and there every day to employ young Cameroonians to put food on their tables to make sure that the business grows. You're talking about China being rising into power. What's China doing in Africa? China comes to Africa, takes our raw materials, takes it back to China, does finished products, and brings it back to us. China packages our Gary. China packages our own sand. What are you talking about? We've got all these things, but it's not the president who is going to come down to your neighborhood or to Kate, as we say it, and put things in order. If I don't trust you, I can't do business.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. There was a break.
Oh, I see. Sorry. we have to. For me, that there's so many people out there. I guarantee you. So you need to hear the stories from people from the diaspora and even from Oyibo people. They're heartbroken. They don't feel like home is home anymore because we back home find the slightest opportunity to hurt them. Imagine that, life out here isn't easy. When you work and you bring money back to Cameroon, that is foreign direct investment. And if people keep stealing from the business and the business isn't growing, and at some point the business has to collapse, where is the courage to reinvest? And where there's no FDI, there's capital flight. Money is leaving. And where is the money going to? To Europe and to China. That's where it's going to. So it's fun. It's, finding investors is not something that, to find the people who have the money to put into your business. So I guarantee you that's not the issue. The issue is, what are you going to do with that money? That's the issue. That's the whole point of this conversation. That's the whole point of growth. Where there are businesses, the economy is bound to grow. Where there is growth, the economy, the people are bound to have a better standard of living. People are going to be more focused on their business than on, oh, my neighbor has just passed by. Look at what she's wearing. Oh, Big Brother Nigeria has done this. People will be more focused. It's because people are idle. They are just too idle. So for me, it's not about the government. I ain't got nothing. Yeah, Paul, welcome back. I have absolutely nothing against, well, like you said, I'm not endorsing mismanagement, but really, I'm never going to wait for the government to come and instruct me towards my own life and my own success. So I think that right now we need to focus on ourselves as young, amazing, brilliant Africans who have that mindset. It takes a village to raise a child. It's going to take many of us to raise Africa. I always say that we are looked upon like the last cocoa or the last race because we don't have the economic power. Yes. Look at Oprah Winfrey. I mean, when she says she wants to talk to you, you better turn up on her platform because she's got the cash. She has absolutely nothing to do with her skin color. So for me, this project about financial independence is, for me, that's the foundation. It is the foundation. It is, if you're financially independent, you are able to call the shots. You are able to, well, what are you really jealous of? Money. In fact, when you're able to have control over your life, you're at a better place for sure. So for me, the way to go is entrepreneurship. It's not really about, yeah, you can work for someone temporarily, but the goal, the end goal is to be an employer as well. That's how the economy grows. So, I'm open to questions about how to get angel investors. But obviously, I think that from now, we're going to go towards building some sort of a club where we have entrepreneurs who are trustworthy and who are able to be connected to people who have got the cash out here in the diaspora, and then build a strong network around it and start to grow it to a level where we can sit back and say, wow, I remember when it started.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You have a very powerful point there, because I believe the basis of business is trust and honesty. Of good business is trust and honesty. So building a kind of club of entrepreneurs who are trustworthy, who are men and women of their word, is worthy of its action. So I abide to that idea. And my questions will go as follows. First of all, is there a stipulated or particular area or sector in which the angel investors are interested in, or they're just available sponsors for any area of interest?
Well, actually, if you know how it works. When someone is an angel investor, they're looking for viable projects. They're looking for projects that have potential. Because generally, like I said earlier, angel investors have got the cash and they're looking to grow their money. One of the things that worries me about Africa is this concept that I don't want to share my idea, someone is going to steal it. You miss 100% of the chances that you never even you miss 100% of the chances that you never even took. If you do not share that idea because you never had the capital to kickstart it, well, you're going to die with it. That's why the cemetery is the richest place on the planet or on the earth, because this mentality doesn't take us anywhere. Like I said earlier, we have to be able to meet in the middle where you have got the expertise, you have got the business plan, you have got the potential, and you don't have the money. I have got the money. I come in and we say, okay, this is a fantastic project that you have for. How can I come in? What are the percentages? How is my money going to be spent? And what am I going to get out of it? That's the only thing that angel investors are looking for. Obviously, the angel investors who rate their risk according to the sector that your business plan is looking to go into. Some sectors have a higher risk, depends on their risk profile. Some investors, they really don't care. The higher the risk, obviously, the higher the profit, or the higher the...
Exactly.
Yes, so some just, they're risk takers. I am a risk taker. I am any day, anytime. But others are more conservative. They want to go for projects that are less risky. They're sure that, okay, come what may, there's going to be an income. That's why even on the stock market, you have people who buy ETFs and you have people who buy stocks. You have people who buy meme stocks or risky stocks or penny stocks. And you have people who buy stocks like Amazon that are more stable. So yeah, that's what it's about.
Okay, thank you. Then my second question is, in terms of the projects that you have to pitch to angel investors, do they have a scope in terms of how much they can put on the table, or you can bring a project for us, whatever amount, because there are projects that are worth 50 million, 100 million, 300 million, 5 million, just 1 million. So do they have a scope or a limited area where their funding or sponsorship can end, or it's just limitless?
I would say it's limitless. Why do I say that? I say this because when someone is looking to come into your business as an angel investor, it's based off of a business plan. And your business plan, definitely, I'll write an article about how to create a fantastic business plan, something I learned in my MBA from last year, how to build a business plan in a way that you can actually present it to an angel investor and say, hey, this is the plan. This is where we're going to break even, and this is where we'll start making the profit, and this is where you can start to see the benefits of your investment. But obviously, and like I said, it's all about the pitch. It's all about what you are able to give to this person. Like I said, it's not charity. It's not they're not coming to it's not a bait. Yeah, it's not a bait or a bet. They want a return for their money. And so if your plan can show, no matter how massive the plan is, then they are, depending on their risk profile, they're able to say, you know what, this project looks like it's going to fly in no time. I'm ready to put 100 million on the table. I'm ready to put 1 million. It depends on how you pitch your project. For me, it's about pitching. It's not really about the amount. It's how you pitch your project and how viable your project is to the angel investor.
Okay. I've discussed with my brother Nzoh.
I'm sorry, I was.
Okay. Thank you for coming, boy. Before I hand over to
I'm so sorry.
Probably give. Hello, are you there?
Yes, Paul. Yeah, we can hear you.
Investors a body or individuals? Who are you pitching to a body or to individuals?
No, to individuals. To individuals, it's not to a body. Yeah, to
No,
individuals.
usually it refers to
Okay, all
and
right.
and
Just to be sure.
they're coming, yeah, they'll be investing into your business through Sylvie's platform.
So Paul, let me tell you what exactly who an angel investor is, according to a dictionary definition. An angel investor, also known as a private investor, seed investor, or angel funder, is a high net worth individual who provides financial backing for small startups or entrepreneurs, typically in exchange for ownership equity in the company. Okay?
Okay.
Often, angel
I get it.
investors are
The
found
name is just
among
fit for yourself.
an
Angel.
entrepreneur's family and friends. So these are not ghost people. They're most likely going to be people that I know somehow. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So for me, I'm going to act like
All
a
right.
bridge. I'm going to act like a bridge.
Okay. So you're a go between potential beneficiaries and the angel investor.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Andy, over to you.
Well, I'm so sorry I missed out due to connections.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's where we find ourselves today. That's why we exist.
It's gonna get better.
Okay, so well, before I launch into the idea, I would like to know if I hope there is a non-closure, non-disclosure, an NDNT document somewhere, because we're sharing we're sharing intellectual property here, and certain things are very sensitive.
Oh no, please don't talk about your business on this platform, because I'm going to make it public. Don't talk about your niche, or what you intend to do. It's going to be public. This is going to go on YouTube and on the podcast and everything. So your pitch is for your angel investor. And like I said, I am very passionate about bringing young people. I really am disgusted by this scarcity mentality in Africa, where you feel that if I was talking to Partner earlier, and he asked me a question which I thought, oh my God, this is $1 million question. He said, we've got Simancam and we've got Dangote, who's the richest man in Africa. And they've got cement companies, production companies in Cameroon. Are we not still suffering from a shortage of cement? This just means there's so much potential out there. You cannot service the entire community with your business. How much worth of capital do you have? So for me, I understand your point about intellectual property, and which is why I think you should reserve it to the person who is going to be your partner, because then you guys share something in common and you guys have a common interest to protect your intellectual property. Because obviously, if Coca-Cola lets out its secret, then it's no longer it's not longer going to be the Coca-Cola. So, but what I want to say is that oftentimes we hold back an idea that we have from talking to someone because we feel that they're going to steal that idea. If they did, first off, they didn't take your brain. Your brain is for me, I always say that my brain is my $1 million business, because it all starts from there. And if you don't, how do you know? How do you know that if only you had told me, Sylvie, about your plan, I would have given you something extra. It's not, for me, it's not about thinking about the negative all the time, but to also consider the advantages, like pros and cons. If I talk to Sylvie, what's the worst that she can do? What's the best that I can get out of it? Always look at it like that. Because if you limit yourself to intellectual property, like I was saying earlier, the richest place on the earth is the cemetery. there's so many massive multinationals are gone because people felt that, okay, I'm not going to share this info because I don't want Paul to go and open my business for me. Even if they did, carry on, carry on. You know, it's like I always say that failures are mini successes. So you're going to fail so many times that when you start succeeding, you won't even realize it. That it's or everything that you've learned along the line that has made you who you are intellectually. So I totally understand, and I just wanted to tell you that you should not let that hold you back. If you approach someone who's in your sector already, there's nothing new to learn under the sun, and you talk to them and say, look, I've got this project. How do you think I can go about it? And just listen to what they have to say. But obviously be careful who you talk to. Talk to people that you feel that you're going to learn from, not people who are going to drink a bottle of beer and say, saying so one open, for yet. People who will not add value, don't obviously waste your executive time, as I say, talk to such people.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you for the counsel. There's always something to learn.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When it comes to business ideas and the possibilities we have here in Africa, it's boundless.
Yeah.
But as you said, there is an issue with the shroudiness in the market shrouded with scams, lies, and things like that. But I always tell myself when people come to me with that complaint, it's true, it's a reality we are living. But it's also true that most people who are victims to scams, if you look deep into what they are getting into, they are greedy. They are very, very greedy. You know that with social media, internet, we are so used to the fast pace of life now. And we in Africa, we have a people who are very organic. We're people who are very, very, very organic. We always need a moment for something to happen. But now, as we are trying to walk at the pace of the rest of the world, internet, everything is fast. You put food in the microwave, within 15 minutes is ready. That's how we want money too. That organic way we go through our lives the way our parents went through their own lives. We have abandoned it. We want everything to be very, very fast. Okay. Coming now to ideas. I want to again thank you for this opportunity, Madam Sylvie. And I want to share this with you.
7 minutes left.
7 minutes, wow. Where do I start? Okay, currently we have a serious shortage of hydrocarbon back home. Be it diesel, be it fuel, petrol. It has different names. Some people call it gas, some people call it gasoline. So from the commercial names, I'll go with gasol and gasoline. We have the shortages back home, and with Sonara being handicapped now, it makes the situation worse. But our neighbor Nigeria, and they really have an excess of what we are looking for. Now, to develop a clear route on how to get this imported back home with the right distribution channel, you know, imagine how much you can make. I will not get into the details. As you said, I can only talk to the angel investors, but that's an opportunity which is huge. All our industries here, all our machines, even with local artisanal operations like the production of palm oil, all these machines need diesel. Yes, all these machines need diesel. So imagine if you're able to import diesel into the country, how much you're going to make. The reason why people get frustrated in this particular sector is because They want to do it like the big players. They will not want to do it like the local man, because you need to start with the local man first. I mean, you will not imagine that a drum of diesel in Nigeria, it's 20,000 francs CFA. If you get that same drum across the waters to Limbe, it goes up to 55,000. In many cases, 50,000. You get it to Douala, you're talking about 100,000. You get it to Yaoundé or into the east, you're talking of about 140,000. Now,
Wow.
when you look at the profit margin, when you look at the margin, it's
insane.
mind blowing.
Mind blowing.
It's mind blowing.
Exactly.
It's like I'm looking at Madame Sylvie's beautiful face. It will blow your mind.
It's insane.
But it's a very, very huge possibility.
Yeah.
Now, this is not something I'm talking because I imagined. You see, together with Togo, we have a capacity of 500 to 800 drums. Now, given the challenges we face with the weather, the Nigerian security system is not complicated. Follow who know road.
More.
Yes. And if you come to Cameroon, you have to make sure that you have kept the mouth milky for you to get to find your way. You see, now that's a very huge opportunity that many of us know about it. We see people doing it in a very small scale. I don't think of doing it in a large scale, in an industrial scale. But then it's a huge possibility. See, those are one of the very few ideas. I'm done.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This can only last 45 minutes. I wish we can just go on talking because I'm really enjoying the conversation. And hey, I'm very interested in that business. We need to talk offline.
No, we're going to have another opportunity. We're going to have another opportunity.
We need to talk offline. Like, I'm very interested. Like, my brain is, right now, counting millions.
Wow. So that's something we have done. That's something we have done. And we have been able to put in place the necessary logistics to make sure that we can actually just imagine that our transport system, all of our transport system, they use diesel. All of them. From Yaoundé to Douala to Bamenda to the north. The train system uses diesel. You see, so imagine that you are producing, imagine that you are having a service and a product in which 20 to 30 million people are dependent on you.
Wow, that's just, in fact, it's bonkers. It's bonkers. I definitely want to talk offline.
We'll get down to the nitty gritty offline.
Yeah. I definitely want to talk offline. I'm very interested in hearing more about this project. And honestly, there's so many other projects out there, but we just lack the knowledge. The Bible says, "Leave it all. My people perish for lack of knowledge." We can do business in our own skills. Which is why I'm passionate about this platform, this young and independent project. I really do think that we should come together because, like I always say, one hand cannot tie a bundle strong enough. We need to be united, and together we stand. Divided, we're going to fall. If we come together as young, Paul, come on, we can talk and put the funds together and get this and. He's laughing. I'm not kidding.
No, I'm enjoying you. I'm enjoying the energy. It's so positive. It's so forthright. I'm really enjoying that's why I keep on smiling because
this is everything.
To find a lady like you putting up this is really important for us.
Yeah, I've got some young girls on WhatsApp that I'm mentoring, and there are over 50 of them. And every day they come back to me, and I say, "Oh my God, I am grateful that I saw the light and I'm able to show them the light at the end of the tunnel. That's how we grow.
Exactly.
We grow by holding each other's hand and building a solid
Exactly.
foundation. There's no point in you going ahead and leaving everyone else behind, because you know what? You're not living on an island. Tomorrow you're going to meet Paul. You're going to meet
Exactly.
Joe. You're going to meet
Exactly.
Sophie.
Exactly.
So it's a group thing. You know, that's why God gave Eve to Adam.
Adam.
We need it. We need each
Bonding.
other. Yes,
Very,
we need
very
each
necessary.
other. I'm so happy to have you both, and I hope to bring you both back. We've got 12 minutes left.
Truly humbled.
Yeah.
Truly humbled. Truly
Yeah,
humbled. We need to do this some other time.
Yes, we definitely need to. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. Truly humbled.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.